That sounds weird. And good afternoon, and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and welcome everybody. I'm really excited, as I always am, here on a Wednesday afternoon, coming from the Cape. It sounds actually like I'm coming from a boat. It sounds like I can hear the ocean. It must be I guess the wind. But I was just saying, it's a cool day here. I checked the temperature from where we used to live in Norton and now here, and there is an 18-degree difference. And I was saying on Facebook Live that anybody who knows me close knows that that makes Steven smile. I hate the heat. I just don't like it. So the longer this lasts, the better for me. But I hope everybody's having a great day. And Elix is attempting, from what I hear from his text, to get on. And for some reason, he can't. Last week, he couldn't either. And he blamed it on my new computer. 2 weeks ago, we had a real issue with him trying to start his show. But my computer's not even part of it, so I think my computer, was the scapegoat. My beautiful new computer, and Elix tried to blame that computer, but it's not it, because I'm not using it. And well, I guess at least one of us is on, right? Or they'd be dead air. So Mark is here producing the show, and again, I hope Elix is going to get on. I always do a Facebook Live. I hope everybody's doing well. I did post. I know I'm jumping around, but I did post a really cool little picture/video. I went to smudge this morning the house, and when I picked up like the shell where I have my smudge stick, there was a piece, as you keep lighting it, parts of it fall off, and there was a piece that was sort of standing up that looks exactly like an angel, and I loved it. I loved that I had an appearance of an angel, and I actually posted it on Facebook, which I thought was really cool, and just said that, when we come into this earth, we're assigned an angel right from the second we come in. And I love the fact that angels that are always around us can show up in so many different ways. And a lot of people don't realize that angels can show up in people that you may not know, that, you usually figure it out in hindsight or after the fact. But there was somebody I was talking to, and I can't remember who it was, that was telling me she had an experience in the hospital, and I think I think she may have died, and I'm trying to think who this was that was telling me this. In any case, she was telling people and clearly she didn't, but when she came out, she was telling everybody at the hospital about this nurse that came in and helped her, and she described the person, she gave a description, she gave her the name, and everybody in the hospital said there's no such nurse, there's no such name of a nurse, no such description. Just another beautiful way that sort of a representation. The hospital said there's no such nurse, there's no such name. I don't know what's going on. No such hello? Mark? Oh. Well, it's radio, so you never know what's going to happen. I just heard myself. Like, Elix, are you here?
I'm here, finally.
Okay, good. Well, welcome, Coach Elix.
Well, thank you. I had you, that you were probably listening to yourself, because I had you on just to make sure. I was just talking about angels and how they appear in our life, just like the smudge picture I took, just like the example I was talking about, an angel that came in the form of a human, a person, which is amazing. And I am sure everybody who's listening has, or there's a lot of angel stories. There are, because the angels are with us and they show up differently, but they're with us from the get-go all the way till we cross. And someone once said to me, is it the same angel? And I said, you've got a lot to, you have a lot of control in that. You always have angels with you. You've had, your loved ones that are connected to you, like say grandparents, moms, dads, that cross over and also are always with you. Not necessarily,
angels the way you think of them, but I do readings all the time, and that like people that your loved ones that cross over say that they're now your guardian angel. So, but a little bit different. But you can certainly have, and you can talk to your angels, and I have. A sort of a derivative of angels, Philip and Dylan. One is my gatekeeper, and one is my spirit helper. So one, Philip, who looks like he's ready for war. He's all in, armor. He makes sure that when I do readings, that nobody that has low energy can get through to me, and which he's amazing. And then there's Dylan, who looks like he's just a hippie, like he just smoked some weed. It's just the way he looks, but he's the best, and he really didn't smoke some weed. But he is my spirit helper, so he helps people that come through. Like if I'm reading you and your mom comes through, and maybe it's recent and she's adjusting, like she just passed away a couple of months ago and she's adjusting, Dylan will help her and add energy to her to make sure that I can communicate and thus give messages and do a reading, so which is pretty cool. And I was doing a class, I don't know what class it was, and I think one of the teacher said that they can change, and I had a conversation that night with Philip and Dylan and said, you two are never going anywhere, and they never have. Philip, Dylan, you're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you. I love them. They're like my right-hand man, and until I cross over, they're not going anywhere. I love them so much that I actually found, right, Elix, the Christmas ornaments?
Sorry, I needed to mute myself just to make sure I didn't disturb you. But yes, you have beautiful Christmas ornaments for both Dylan and Philip. And by the way, how do you know that he didn't smoke weed? You don't know. You don't know that. And maybe he did. What's wrong with that?
Personally, I'm not a smoker, but there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that he looks like it when I met him, and no, maybe he did. Maybe he's not sharing with me. All I know is, just like me, he ethically takes this very seriously. Just like I have to take an ethics exam as an attorney. I do the same thing. I use that same format for when I do readings, and I would never have a glass of wine, obviously, before I'm doing readings or anything like that. I take it very seriously, so I am sure he does not when he's working with me, Mr. Cintron.
I didn't say he smoked when he works with you. I'm saying that on Earth, if he was human, maybe he did.
Well, that's a very good question, Elix, because I never really got to that next level of, was he here on Earth? So that's a really good question, something for everybody to think about. But what's going on with you?
Well, there's lots going on with me. Let's see. I am living my best life every day. I get to have this beautiful home. I get to be with you. I have my mom here with us. So what better? And business is going well, and we're heading to Puerto Rico soon. My mom is getting much better health-wise. So yes. So we're, and summer is about to start. And this is every day that we are here is a brand new day for us.
No, that's definitely reason to celebrate. And
exactly.
And added to that is this weather to celebrate.
Well, for you, because, of course, for those of you who haven't heard this before, in a previous life, Stephen was an Eskimo, and he loves the cold weather. And summer, a beautiful summer for him is 60s during the day. So
that pretty much sums it up. And I think actually I was a polar bear. I don't think it was an Eskimo. I think I was a polar bear. So
either way, if it snowed today, you'd be happy as can be.
Well, I think that would be a little weird, but I can't say I would be sad. I mean, not at all. But I do appreciate the season. So let's just put that out there too. It's not like I dislike summer, dislike spring. I appreciate them all. Definitely, I appreciate summer so far even more because we're down the Cape. But I do appreciate every day waking up and we haven't, like you said, Elix, we haven't experienced summer because we moved in November.
And we're surrounded by Mother Nature and all. How about all these little birdies that have nest in every single pot of flowers we have in our house? You there? Oh, so yes. So we have beautiful. We have flower pots in every part of the house, and we have little birdies that are nesting all
Did,
over, all
did
over.
yes,
What?
we do. We do.
What happened to you?
I don't I was just going to go right into the conversation. I thought, well, maybe they don't even know I got kicked off. I don't know. I went to move I went to move something and forgot the laptop's connected. Closed the laptop and I went off. That was me.
God.
That was me. It wasn't
I was
technology. The technology issue was Steven's hand. Oh yeah, I want to see this better. So I just closed the laptop and thought, why am I not hearing anything?
And unlike my show, it would be a little problematic for me to have to continue on with the show and connect with spirit. Just saying.
All right.
So,
Well, listen, I'm going to take a break, and because we're past due, when I get back, I'll start taking calls 508-222-1320. So we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium with Coach Elix. And let me go right to my next call, or first call. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, who's this?
This is Paula.
Paula?
Paula, yes.
Okay, Paula. It is Paula, you said, right?
It is Paula. Yes, it is.
Okay, got it. We're like a Laverne and Shirley show here. The two of us back and forth. Paula, huh? What? So I love it, Paula. So I'm so glad I get to do this reading with you. You know, Paula, I'm trying to figure out, even before I knew who the first caller was, I heard 10 and 11, 10 and 11. So I wasn't sure if they're talking about Veterans Day. Like, so let me ask you something, start off with. Is there like military close to you?
No.
Okay, so if not, 10/11. There's got to be either something on the 10th or 11th, birthday, anniversary, or October or November. I keep hearing, I never usually get numbers double like that, but I keep hearing 10/11. You sure this, like, significant other? There's no, like, are you married?
Yes, I am.
And there's
My husband's father was in the military.
Oh, why did I know that? So,
Well,
yes, I was just about to move on, and but is he crossed? Your father-in-law?
yes, he's crossed.
Wow. So he's stepping forward first, and is very, very excited and very, very proud about what he did. I thought it was 10/11 Veterans Day. I mean, even though I know in everyone else's minds listening to this knows that's not. I don't know. That's not Veterans Day, but just bear with me. It's just the way they give it to me, and I knew there was a veterans somewhere or veteran. So know that Dad, father-in-law, is stepping forward and just said, Bob or Robert. Who's the B, the really strong B, Paula? Like Bob or Barbara or Bill? There's a really, really strong B I keep hearing.
Would that have to do with that veteran that crossed out with my father-in-law, or just anybody?
Oh, no, just anybody. Someone wants to get validated.
All right. Well, so we've had this conversation in the past about
We have?
my best friend's mom who crossed. Her name was B.
Oh, my God. So just B like in Beatrice?
Like Beatrice, yes.
Wow. Wow. So did you call before? Is that what you're saying? We've had this conversation
I did.
before?
I actually called, and it was probably about a month ago, and I was the first caller.
Oh, my God. Wow. Paula, that's pretty incredible because I get emails and messages all the time that nobody can ever get through. So the fact that Spirit lets you get through is amazing. And the fact that B, a good friend of yours, mother, is stepping forward again is wild. I just think it's very, very wild. So just giving that as a great validation. There's also, Paula, did somebody work like past or present in a municipality or do something like with town or city or on a board or something? I can feel there's something connected to a town or a city.
Well, again, my father-in-law was very involved with different boards, and he was in construction, so he was building a lot of roads in the town and city.
Wow. So in other words, we're just going to go back and forth between B and your father-in-law. Nobody else is coming through because they just are so excited about this. So yeah, I knew there was some affiliation with cities or towns or something. So know that your father-in-law is just giving that also as a validation. And there's a really strong, I think it's Helen. Who's the H name?
My grandma.
Is that Helen?
Yes, her name
Wow.
was Helen.
Grandma snuck in between these two crazies, B and your father-in-law.
Oh,
so I love Grandma Helen stepping forward, and she just keeps hugging you and just letting you know how, it's I love her too because she didn't want to, she just said to me, I didn't want to make waves. Like I didn't want to like sort of squeeze in, but I really needed my granddaughter to know that I was here. And, I think I talked about it at the beginning of the show because I did Facebook Live too, Paula, but about guardian angels and our loved ones that turn into guardian angels. And this Grandma Helen, there's no question in my mind that this beautiful soul watches you and takes care of you and she keeps talking about nail polish or manicures or pedicures. There's something I can smell. I'm in a salon.
Okay.
Was there a connection? Did you know her?
Well, I was young, and she was. I'm thinking like my mom used to be a hairdresser. I think when she was very young, so maybe my grandmother had a connection with.
No, It could be a double validation, but the fact that I'm smelling a salon and your mother was back whenever a stylist or somebody that worked in the salon, it's a really nice. But mom is here.
Yes, she's still here.
When I don't hear anything when I ask, I usually know they're here. So this is obviously Helen is your mom's mom.
Yes.
and but Dad's mom just screaming that she needs to know I'm here too. So Dad's mom, your grandmother must be crossed, right?
Yes. Yes.
So she's just letting you know that she's always around. But Helen is just, it's almost like she points her fingers at her, like points to you and points to her and saying, this one's mine. Like I'm always around helping her and with her. And, your grandma Helen just said to me, my granddaughter Paula has a lot of me in her. And Grandma Helen just said to me that she had a sixth sense, and so do you. So there's something very connected. I don't know if this is like more like an empath, like feeling people's energy or emotions, or just sort of knowing things are going to happen, or knowing the outcome of something without knowing how the outcome. But Grandma Helen is taking a big stride in that, saying that's me, and she's got it, and she's got it. So she's giving that as a validation. Your Grandma Helen just said something about dreams. I don't know.
Okay.
Did you ever have a dream that came true, or something connected Paula with the dream?
I had a dream of my dad right after he passed, and I was struggling a lot. And I swear to God, it was real, Stephen. I swear to God, it's like my dad was standing at the end of my bed calling me, and I woke up and I looked at him, and he had these wings. Like I had never seen wings like this before. Never, ever, ever in my life. In any of the photos have I seen wings like this. And I ended up looking up online for different angel wings. And there was a young girl where she had painted these wings where she saw Jesus and angels, and those were my dad's wings.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Like it was more like an eagle wing than an angel wing.
Oh, my God, Paula. That is incredible.
One thing that I wanted to share with you, though, is why I really wanted to call in. So when I called in last time, you told me that there was an angel, one of the big angels you said, like, the guardian angels.
Right.
That his name started with the letter Q, and you're like, I don't know his name. I just know it's a Q. I don't know what he does or what he stands for. So after I hung up with you, I looked it up, and it was the angel with the Q name. I can't even remember now, but he was an angel of, like, quizzes and test taking. Who knew there was an angel of quizzes and test taking?
I didn't.
And it said that he would actually whisper answers, like, in your ear. And right then, I was going through the process of becoming certified or being licensed as a real estate agent.
Oh, my God.
And like, those tests are impossible to pass. Impossible to pass. And being at my age, I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to remember all this. And it's like all these things just like popped in my mind. I had no idea where I knew these answers from.
Wow.
And I passed on the first time.
Paula, you just gave me chills through my entire body. Like,
unbelievable. When I read that was the angel that was of test taking. It's like, oh, thank God he was with me.
Oh my God, I love it so much. I love the fact that you looked it up and this angel helped you, and that just blows me away. I even talk to dead people daily, but that story, that experience, the fact that your grandma Helen said, like, you just know things without knowing how you know, and then you tell me the story, which falls right in line with this guardian angel to make sure you get through this and help. It's pretty amazing, and I don't remember, but the fact that I saw the angel it's wow, Paul. I am so happy that you called and shared that story. That's like, it's one of the things that I love when I have a communication with somebody and do a reading, and there's something that they either don't get right away or something like your experience happens. That's phenomenal.
Yes, it was exciting. So is that kind of when, like, the first time that I met my husband, we were kind of like playing the game of, guessing game. And he said, when do you think my birthday is? And I guessed his exact birthday.
Yeah, listen, Grandma Helen just said that at the beginning of this reading about your connection. You get it from her. So, I mean, it's all of a validation, and it's something, it's a beautiful thing for you just to sort of wrap yourself in it and know that you've got this connection, which is amazing. So, Paula, thank you so much for coming through. I love it, and lots of love to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Paula. Bye-bye. And we're going to take a break, and we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium with Coach Elix. I just told Elix that I'm going to talk Abu Dhabi on the next caller. Anyone that doesn't know Abu Dhabi, you got to look it up. So, Mabay Naba Abu Dhabi Vaben. It was from Zoom. All right, I know. God. Elix, I know. All right, let me go to the next caller.
Hello?
Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Stephen, it's Jacqueline!
Oh, my God.
Guess who got in? Wait, Stephen. Stephen, wait. It was my daughter that got in, so you got to talk to her.
Wait a minute. Is your daughter with you?
Yes, listen, I was calling from my phone, but I didn't get through. But Aliana got through to talk to her Nana.
I love it. I love it. So
I love you. Hold on, you got to talk to her though. Here, say hi. Hi, Uncle.
Aliana, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good also. So listen, I'm so glad that both of you were trying and one of you got through. So Aliana, clearly your loved ones and the angels wanted to make sure you got through because you're talking to me. So it's great, right? So listen. So the I don't think you'll probably find it as a surprise because your mom just said about grandma. So you just know that grandma is here and giving you big hugs. And your grandma just said to me, Aliana knows about the birds, like the birds.
What?
The birds. She just keeps coming to you to. So I guess you get it. You understand it. So you get. So it's Aliana. It's such a great way that grandma, even though physically she can't be here, she's giving you big hugs that the way she can through birds. But Aliana, what's with the butterfly?
There's these butterflies. Tell him we just hatched butterflies last summer, Stephen, and one butterfly would not get out of Alyssa's house. I swear it was my grandmother, my mother.
Oh my God! Wow.
And my mother got a butterfly tattoo on her.
Wait, your mother has a butterfly tattoo?
Swear to God, on her shoulder. My mother has it on her shoulder, Stephen.
Wow.
A butterfly, I think, of my Nana, and it stayed right there
And I'm like, why don't you go? So I think that's my grandmother.
Ah, Liana, I love this. I love that your grandma's giving a validation about the butterfly on her shoulder, just to make sure you know it's Aliana, it's really me. It's really me. All your grandmother, Aliana, keeps saying is that's my princess. All I keep hearing in my head, that's my princess.
That's what she called her.
She always called me my little princess because before I go to bed, she would say my little princess, and I don't let the bed fight.
Oh my God, Aliana! So how wild is it?
Nana.
Wow, that is your Nana. That's just around you. And you know, Aliana, you've got so many loved ones in spirit, and especially a lot of angels with you. I know I was talking about angels at the beginning of this show, but you also, just like, I was going to say, just like your loved ones that are talking so clear. Aliana, you've got a direct line. Your Nana just said to me, tell my granddaughter she's got a direct line to me. All she's got to do is think of me or ask me something, and I hear it. I'm with her all the time. I walk with her. I'm around her. So just make sure, Aliana, that you know that she is just always guiding you and watching you and with you. And she just said to me she's so proud of you with school. She's very, very proud.
Oh my God, because yesterday my teacher just said I moved up on my, nice math and my reading and stuff. So just the matter that she said that made me so happy because I know that I have
Oh my God.
to really believe in you.
So, Aliana, you know what that means, too. It means that your Nana was right there. When your teacher told you, your Nana was standing right there, and your Nana just said to me, and, as soon as my granddaughter heard that news, I hugged her, and I just sometimes hug her so much I just cannot let her go. That's what this is all about. So she goes to school with you. She's with you every single second. And you know what I love about your Nana, and for you too, Jacqueline, is that your mom, or Aliana, your Nana, just said, I will do whatever I can to make these two stay together forever.
See?
Yeah.
So just make sure you know that it's just the love that you two have, in but your Aliana, your Nana just says that's what this family's all about. Is just it's your Nana just said, Stephen, the family's crazy. Like, their family is completely nuts, like crazy. But the most important thing is that there's love everywhere, and that gets through everybody. It will make people get through anything, because you people, the ones that are around you are the ones that support you no matter what. They're going to be there for you and your loved ones. So Aliana, you've got your Nana just said the next school year is going to be a fantastic school year.
Oh.
So just make sure you keep that with you. And I got to go because I'm up for time. But thank you guys so much. I give you big hugs and love you guys too. And thank you for calling.
Thank you. Give Edith a hug for us.
I will. Bye-bye. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Oh, my God. So let's just go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Karen.
Karen, you're going to have to do what the last caller did and make me feel real good. I'm just saying. You love me. You got to hug me.
I love you.
Just kidding. So let me tune in here, Karen. So I just heard a grandmother just said to me that something. Are you thinking of a change, or did something just change, like where you are, or why does it feel like something? I keep hearing your grandmother Karen say something's in the beginning stages of something. So
I'm trying to get a business get up and going with my craft.
Oh my God!
And I get it all from her.
What? You get it all from your grandma?
All of my ability is from her. I channel her all the time.
And you're at the beginning stages of a business?
Yes.
Wow.
I've just been making product. I haven't started selling it yet.
Oh my God, Karen, I know that Spirit doesn't give, they don't, at least for me, they don't give a lot of future stuff because I don't like it. But I got to tell you something. When you just said about your business and making stuff, I just can feel just, and not to say that any business is easy because it's not, but I got to tell you, the feeling and like sort of like the stars and the universe all sort of getting like in sync with you about this business is off the chain, Karen. It's just out
Oh,
of
I'm so
control.
excited.
And your grandma just said, if, well, actually, she just yelled at me and said, no, I didn't say if, like, she's going to, that this potentially could be very, very big. But your grandmother just said, what's the most important thing about this is that it's in my granddaughter's passion. Like she knows, and I don't know what this business is, Karen, but whatever it is, somehow, some way, it has to line up to who you are in your soul. Because when I just tune into your soul is just it's glowing. So however that works, and I just heard your grandma say, never think why now, or everything is timing. And if this is a business that you're just starting, your grandma just said to me, my granddaughter needs to know that this could have never happened prior to this. Like it would never have went, because my granddaughter needed to be in this place that your soul is so believing and trusting in this and who you are, and your grandma just said to me, putting and letting go of the past. I don't know what that means. Do you understand that?
Oh, absolutely.
So grandma's just saying, letting that go. It took a long time, but my granddaughter now is ready to bust through the like sort of like what your grandmother just said. She's finally ready. And Elix and I just, when we were on Elix's show last Friday, I think we were talking about a scenario about jumping off a cliff and flying. And your grandmother just said to me, my granddaughter has been on the top of that cliff for a long time, but just didn't feel like she had it in her to be able to jump and fly. And flying meaning that everything falls into place, Karen, like everything. And your grandma said, guess what, Stephen? This is the time. It's happening. So I hope that helps.
I listened last week and was just like, oh, wow.
So you listened to Elix's show?
I did.
Wow. Wow. And that's so wild, Karen. So when you listened to that pod, did you get like some kind of like feeling, or like this is me?
I felt like a lot of last week's was me.
Wow. It's just a testament
I felt like
to
a lot of the last caller was me. You were talking about Bill, and today's my husband and I's anniversary, and I've just missed him so much.
Wow.
So I don't know if the bill that came through was mine, but
Karen, don't even, your husband just almost like wanted to whack me in the head. I'm like, why are you hitting me? Hit Karen, hit your wife. Don't ever ask that question. That if anytime I do readings, especially on the radio, if you hear a name, and especially if you're coming up, or maybe if you're not even coming up, there's no question that was your husband, Bill. Absolutely zero, no question. And also, it makes sense that you were going to get through, and also to make sense that he is the biggest supporter. And, he just brought me back to what I told Aliana in the last phone call about her Nana. Your husband just said how incredibly proud he is of you. So, I mean, you don't get any better than that, Karen. How wild is that? And you've got to keep me in tuned on how this is going. I'm interested in also to know what the business is. So we'll just have to talk via email. Yes, absolutely, Karen. I got to go for a break. So thank you so much for calling.
You just made my day.
I send you so much love. You made my day too. So thank you, Karen, and we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. Let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hey, Steve. This is Denise. How are you?
Hi, I didn't hear. Who's this?
Denise.
Denise, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. I don't know if you're breaking up or not, but say hi to me again.
I'm sitting on my bed. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yes, it's definitely a little bit better. So,
all right.
Denise, do you have crystals?
I do have two.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't think I've ever asked that question and someone has said no to me, because as soon as I tune into your energy, I can feel whether the crystals are put away, wherever they are, or maybe even if you haven't seen them in a while. As soon as I tune into your energy, I can see crystal like energy all around you, and what that always shows me and tells me is that the person I'm speaking to is elevated. Their gift is elevated, meaning that you're also very, very connected. In that I just heard somebody say Denise forgets that the crystals will help her connect, especially when she's going through something. So I just make sure, whether you even think of, I don't know, just know that's what I'm getting as a validation. And do you know where those crystals are, just on a side note?
Yeah, actually, I just recently moved and I came across them.
Wow, I love it. No wonder why they're bringing up the crystals, because if you move them, obviously then you shake the energy of them, and I think it's a really, really cool thing that you connect with them, and that energy, that crystal energy is right around you. Who is Mike or Mary or Mark? I keep getting a very, very strong M, a Marie. There's either living or crossed, Denise.
I have Aunt Mary.
But is Aunt Mary here or crossed? Can you hear me? Hello? I think we're going to have to go to the next caller. Because unfortunately I can't hear Denise. This never happens. So Denise, I heard you back.
Oh, you heard me then?
Okay, you're back. Good. Wow. So this is good that you're back. So Aunt Mary, I was asking you, Denise, is here or crossed? I don't know. Maybe it's Aunt Mary playing around. So
I think you have a bad connection.
Yeah, she crossed. There's two of them there. Actually.
It's really difficult. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the callers. Yeah, let's go. And Denise, lots of love to you. I'm sorry about the bad connection. So let's go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Jen.
Jen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Jen, this is your lucky day. I never have open lines. That's pretty wild. So you got in, and this is a great thing. So Jen, there's a wow, you are. This is like the day of connection. You're really connected, Jen. Very, very connected. You can hear me, right?
Yes. Can you
good,
hear
perfect.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're really. Did you know you're very connected?
No.
Well, now you do. I love when people say no, but even though I just heard somebody in spirit say yes, she does. Yes, she does. There's a young male. Well, it's so funny that someone in spirit just said to me, she says no because like she's sort of like, I don't know if I want to say a perfectionist, but she wants more of everything. And if she's not feeling like she's connecting every single day, no, I'm not connected. But I just heard someone say, of course she knows she's connected. She's very connected. So I love it. But Jen, there's a young male stepping forward. And so let me ask you something. Is your father crossed?
My father, no.
So there's and what about like, is there a father-in-law crossed?
No. I have a adult brother and a grandfather.
Wait a minute. So your brother is crossed?
Yes.
Oh, so that's the young male then. If it's your brother, it's got to be. So I was thinking or asking about a father-in-law because I was going to say, but if he was crossed, did he die? You know, when they come through young male, it's usually somewhere like 60 or below because you don't expect anybody 60 years old to cross. But I got it. I got that your brother's stepping forward and said virtually he's comes through as a father figure. I don't know if he was a dad or he's saying he's like a father to you because he's always around you and watching you. And there's a W. There's Walter or Wendy or do you know who the W is?
No.
So keep it with you, Jen. Either sometimes it can be a middle name, it can be a last name, but it's a really strong W. You know what it feels like? It feels like it's someone who is in spirit and it's been there for a long time because it almost feels like Wanda or an older W name. I mean, it could be Wendy, but just make sure. And there's no William.
I mean, there's one that's living.
What's the W name?
He's a William.
Oh, so yeah, and I love Jen. Yeah, no, Stephen, not cross living, man. No, I love. There is another W, so keep with you. Someone's crossed, either connected to you, if you have a significant other, ex. It doesn't matter. But they also wanted to give. That's why I asked you about William. In spirit, you know, Jen validates and brings up people living all the time. But is William like a brother-in-law, or who is he?
He's my uncle.
Oh, okay. So, but he's the one that's living. Got it. And your brother just keeps saying to me two. So, were there just two of you? Are there two left? What's the two?
He was a twin.
Oh my God! So wait a minute. So his twin is still here?
No, his twin died shortly after birth.
Wow! Oh my God! Wow, Jen. No wonder why he kept saying two. So, so you've got two brothers then in spirit.
Yes.
Wow. And one of them has an issue with you that you just brought up one brother and says, "What am I, like chopped meat? I'm here too." They're always making sure they're with you and they just love you so much. And who's Jim or John? Who's the Julie? Who's the G or J name? Or George?
Well, my grandfather Joe, my grandmother Jenny, my husband James, but today is grandfather Joe's anniversary.
Wow. So I love when they give those G or J names or whatever letter it is because it's going to hit so many people. And did you say birthday or anniversary?
Anniversary.
Wow. And this is your grandfather?
Yep, 10 years.
Wow. Now, is this 10 years crossed?
Yes.
Wow, I love that Grandpa is stepping forward, and there's a very very strong connection with you two, like really strong connection. So just know, because he just said to me that he's always around, he's always with you. Who's the electrician? There's somebody that just did something, or your grandfather's talking about somebody doing something with electrical work. Unless somebody was like in construction, or somebody bought a house and had to do electrical work in it, or just has a house. And your grandpa just said to me, she knows what I'm talking about. So just make sure if it doesn't come, you keep it with you. But I see wires. When I see wires, Jen, being pulled out of a wall, it just means there's something that someone either did, or your grandfather's giving it as a validation. It almost connects to a water issue. That's what it feels like. And it could be something a long time ago.
We're having air conditioning put in.
Now?
Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because I also don't like the summer.
Well, so it's so wild that however they're going to do it, I don't know if they're going to change electricity or whatever it is. Just know that your grandpa knows about the situation and is very happy. It's kind of funny when I said about how the affiliation, the connection you two have. If you're happy, then he's happy. But I'll tell you, I gotta go because it's the end of the show. But you've got a lot here, Jen. There's a lot of loved ones stepping forward and that just have a lot to say to you. And I just also keep hearing, just keep with you the Rose. I don't know if someone's name is Rose or someone's got there's a connection somehow with Rose.
I have
Rosary.
a bracelet made from the roses from my grandmother's funeral.
Wow, I love. Is that the grandpa we're talking about? His wife?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. So both of them are here. They're tag teaming. I love it. And your brothers are also. I just heard your brothers saying just also how proud they are of you. And don't be so hard on yourself. I don't know what that means, but I just heard your brothers say that. I don't understand why she does that. Don't be so hard. She's such a loving, beautiful soul, Jen. So just make sure you keep that with you. And thank you so much for calling and letting me do this.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, you have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Lots of love to you, Jen. Bye-bye. So it's over. It's Coach Helix. Tell everybody how they can find you.
They can find me at Coach Helix anywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. You got it.
And I have a first live event coming up June 6th. So go to my website, stephenthemedium.com/Sagamore. The tickets are dwindling down, but I cannot tell you how excited I am. And actually, I'm going to be and I'll let people know via social media. I think I'm going to be interviewed on 99.9 The Q, which is a Cape Cod radio station. So, and hopefully I'll be able to have people call in and also do some more readings. I just actually found that out today. So I'm very excited about that. So, and thank you, Mark, the producer, who does his show before mine, Mark's Jukebox. Check that out. It's a great show. Elix, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I'm reminding everyone to tune in Friday. I have an amazing show, Get a Grip with Coach Helix, Fridays at 1. And this Friday, I have Dr. Angel Johnson and Alicia Thomas Jeffrey. They are known as the Pelvic Health Ladies. They've gained over 300,000 followers on TikTok. So it's a very interesting show, fascinating actually, and you do not want to miss. The title of it, the theme of it is Dare to Lead. These amazing women are daring to do something very different and lead the way.
So check that out Friday at 1 o'clock, and I'll be there also. So you guys, everybody have a great rest of the week, and lots of love to you. And I'm going to end this, and I know there's people out there that know Ubby Dubby with "We will see you next week." So ready? Wabi wabble sabayabu nabaks wabik. See you then.